Hey everyone, welcome to Teaching Pathshala. So I'm expecting that you all are doing great. So this is a part 2 of your developmental biology in which we will be discussing regarding your conditional specification. In our previous video we have seen that what is autonomous specification, and in previous video we have seen that what is cell fate, cell commitment and cell specification. Okay, so after that we have dealt with what is autonomous specification, and right now we will be dealing with conditional specification. So if you have not seen that previous video, do visit my channel page and there you will get all the different parts of your developmental biology. Because without understanding cell fate, cell specification, commitment and autonomous specification, it will be difficult for you to understand the overall condition of your different type of specification, as well as today we are only dealing with your conditional specification. So this is very necessary to gain the basic knowledge first, and then you can able to understand this conditional specification. Also, there is availability of developmental biology playlist, so you will get all the videos in that particular playlist. Okay, so now let's proceed with today's topic, that is your conditional specification, and this conditional specification will show you the regulative development. Okay, so the word conditional itself is describing that a cell or a blastomere, it need a certain kind of condition, and then only it is going to differentiate itself according to its fate or according to its change fate. Okay, so here we can say a particular cell is going to require a particular type of condition, then only it is going to differentiate itself. So that is what in the first line it has been mentioned. In conditional specification, the fate of cell depend upon surrounding cells. Okay, so whenever we are studying regarding your conditional specification, at that time we used to see that cell is changing its fate depending upon its surrounding condition. For example, if a cell is placed near those kind of cells which are having the potential or which are having the fate to form kidney, so the transplanted cell the transplanted cell also, they are also going to change themselves in a kidney forming blastomere. So what does that mean? So that means that those transplanted blastomere, they are getting influence from their surrounding cell. So despite of having the different fate, that transplanted blastomere, it is changing its fate depending upon its nearby blastomere which are having the fate of developing into kidney. So as because this cell is changing its fate depending upon its surrounding cells, so that is what we used to say that cell are showing the conditional specification. Okay, and what kind of condition they require? They require an interaction with their surrounding cell. Okay, and that is why we used to say that they are showing the conditional specification. Next is that is second point, it is found in all vertebrates and few invertebrates. So if we talk about the occurrence, so we are going to see this kind of specification in both vertebrates, as well as there will be a few invertebrates in which we will see this event. Next, that is the third line, that is it is specified by the interaction, mainly your inductive signal between the cell. So inductive signal is responsible for the fate determination. As because here cell is getting its fate determined by interacting with the surrounding cell, so that surrounding cell is sending some kind of inductive signal, and by receiving that inductive signal, the transplanted cell also, it is going to change its fate and it is going to develop according to the surrounding cell. In the fourth point has been mentioned, and this is one of the most important point, that in a conditional specification we used to see a regulative development. What is the meaning of regulative development? See, regulative means any kind of change. Okay, regulation, that means changing. So as because the cell, suppose a cell is having a X fate, but it is changing its fate depending upon the surrounding. So this changing, okay, so this changing word is denoting toward your regulative development, that means changing development, because here the cell is not developing according to its previous fate, it is changing its fate depending upon its surrounding cell. But although in case of your autonomous specification, we have seen that in any condition these cells were not changing their fate, they were developing according to its initial fate only. But in case of conditional specification, the cells are changing its fate depending upon their surrounding. So this is what called your regulative development. That means the development that has been caused any kind of change in fate. Also, there is an involvement of morphogen gradient in a conditional specification. And on teaching Pathshala, I have already covered this topic, that what is morphogen and what is morphogen gradient. Okay, so I think I don't need to describe it once again, that is what is morphogen gradient. So somehow you have to see that the morphogen gradient, okay, so the gradient means what? Any kind of difference, that is the high concentration, low concentration. So the high and low concentration of morphogen gradient, that will lead to your conditional specification. The next most important point is the last point, that is the prospective potency is greater than the prospective fate, and due to high potency as compared to the fate, the cell may change its fate. As because the cell is having a high potential as compared to its fate, that is why it is capable to change its fate depending upon its surrounding. And this is what called, that is the cell is having a high potency as compared to its fate. In CSIR net, they used to ask questions from this area only, that is what kind of specification will have a high potential as compared to the prospective fate, or what kind of specification will have a equal potential as compared to its fate. Because in autonomous specification, the prospective potency of cell that was equals to the fate. So that is why in that case the cell were developing according to its fate. But as because in conditional specification the potency is much greater than as compared to the fate, that is why the cell is having the capability to change its fate and develop according to its change fate. Okay, now let's take one example to understand this particular specification in more better way. So suppose the blastomere of epidermis, if it placed or transplanted to a belly region, the epidermis blastomere will also form belly. But although the epidermis forming blastomere, it was having the fate to develop into epidermis. But as because we are placing this epidermis forming blastomere near the belly forming blastomere, so that is why this particular epidermis forming blastomere, it is changing its fate and developing into a belly region. Okay. In next slide it has been mentioned that is the cells lacking the transplanted blastomere will form a normal embryo, and this was not the case mainly in reference to your autonomous specification, because there we were seeing that the embryo that is supposed to get developed from the transplanted area, that is supposed to show your abnormal development, but in this case the embryo will be normal. So that means the rest of the blastomere will fulfill the need of the lost blastomere. Okay. So in the third line it has been mentioned the embryonic cell can change fate to compensate the missing part, and that is why we are getting the normal embryo instead of abnormal one. So this is what called your regulative or regulation development. So let's understand that example with the help of this diagram. So suppose this is a first embryo from which I have taken this epidermis forming blastomere, and I have transplanted this epidermis forming blastomere near the belly region of the second embryo. Okay, so that you can see in black portion. Fine. So now I have transplanted this epidermis forming blastomere near the belly forming blastomere of some other embryo. And what I am going to see that this epidermis forming blastomere, now it is also developing itself into a belly forming blastomere or belly forming region. Although this epidermis forming blastomere, it was having the fate to develop into epidermis, but instead of that also it is developing into belly, because its surrounding cell is influencing this epidermis forming blastomere to change its fate into a belly forming blastomere. And how it has been possible? It has been possible due to the inductive signal. Okay, so the surrounding cell is sending some kind of inductive signal that is getting received by your transplanted epidermis forming blastomere, and this will cause this epidermis forming blastomere to change its fate into belly forming region. Okay, so this is the main reason why this epidermis forming blastomere is developing itself into the belly forming region, because it has changed its fate in influence of its surrounding cell, and this is what called your conditional specification. So remember one thing, that is the cell which need the conditional specification or the cell which develop according to the conditional specification, these kind of cell used to show the interaction with some other cell, and without interaction they will not be able to get its original fate or its desirable fate for the development. Now let's see what is happening with the first embryo from which we have transplanted this epidermis forming blastomere. So the main thing is that this embryo will be normal. Okay, although we have transplanted this, we have removed this epidermis forming blastomere, but still also the embryo will be normal because rest of the blastomere will compensate the loss of this epidermis forming blastomere, because in this stage the cells are only specified, they are not determined. Okay, so this is very easy for the rest of the cell to change its fate, because in this stage they are only specified, not determined. In case of your autonomous specification, we have seen that in autonomous specification case, the cells are determined. That is why they were not compensating the loss of their nearby cell. But in this case, the cells are only specified, not determined. So that is why the change, like the change in fate is possible. So that is why the compensation is possible. And this first embryo is developing into a normal embryo. So in this way, we are done with your cell specification, cell fate, cell commitment, autonomous specification and conditional specification. Now we are left with one experimental concept regarding your autonomous and conditional specification, and that I will try to provide that as soon as possible. So if you have any kind of doubt, you can mention me in the comment section.